This is Skyblock, Minecraft's most notorious challenge. Throughout the years, it has taken on many forms, and with each new update to Minecraft, more possibilities arise in this seemingly empty void you spawn into. That's why today, I'm doing what no one's done before and obtaining Minecraft's rarest items in a world where I have nothing. I'm also playing this challenge in ultra hardcore mode, so if I take damage, I need something like Suspicious Stew to get my hearts back. Surely nothing will go wrong. First thing to do is grab my lava bucket and remove most of the island. I'm gonna make a platform for myself down here while I wait for the grass to spread. Oh, and I got these torches by turning some wood into charcoal. Feel like that was kind of obvious, but whatever. Speaking of wood, and I got another sapling. Perfect. Oh, another one. A composter might be a good thing to have with all these extra saplings. Yep, I'm gonna have a lot of saplings soon. My next order of business is to get a grass block in my inventory because soon I am descending to the bottom of the world and I am not waiting for grass to spread that far. My buddy fWhip actually did this challenge a while ago. That's actually where I got the world download from. And he made a platform with boats on it, which let him trap an Enderman. Oh my gosh, there's a creeper behind me. That was almost really bad. Back to what I was saying though, Enderman can pick up blocks and trapping them in a boat means they can't teleport. So as long as one spawns, I can lure it over to my patch of grass, have it pick up the block and kill it. No. Okay, I got it. I really thought I was about to fall off the edge. I took damage from a zombie in a boat. I'm embarrassed. While I expanded my tree farm, mobs did spawn on that platform, and when it turned day, the skeletons burned and dropped their bones, which, after fighting a spider, I used to make bone meal and collected seeds. To be honest, I was hoping for an oxide daisy, since that's one of 3 ingredients needed to craft the suspicious stew that gives regeneration, but this will be helpful later on in the video. So like I said, I want to build down, because the further down you are in a Minecraft world, the higher the spawn rates are. To do this, I'll use trapdoors and blocks to enter crawl mode, which will let me build all the way to the bottom of the world. Now that I'm down here, I'm going to plop some dirt with my grass block. I ran out of wood. Oh wait, there's another Enderman. I'm gonna grab one more grass block just to be safe. Oh, he gave me an ender pearl. And just like I did before, I'm gonna make another tree farm down here. These slabs should prevent the giant oak trees from spawning because I don't want to deal with those. Wait, can I get wheat without water? Yeah, I can. Okay. Hey, this Enderman took my dirt. Give me that back, thank you. Okay, I really need mobs other than Enderman to spawn down here. So I went up to the scaffolding again, hoping for either a chicken, sheep, or cow to spawn on the grass blocks. I got a pig. Well, at least it's something. So I went back up and the other 3 animals spawned immediately after. Dude, what the heck? That was... okay, that's really good. All right, chickens, make a baby for me. Yep, that was weird. I decided to put one of the chickens in a boat outside the pen. I'm not really sure why I did this, but I did. More importantly though, I had been chopping more trees while expanding my island, meaning I had enough wood to build a mob farm that takes advantage of pathfinding, which means they just walk towards the drop chute. Mob farms are incredibly important because not only do they give common items like bones and gunpowder, but they can also spawn witches and zombie villagers. I'm sure you know where I'm going with this, but I can't do that yet until I have regeneration, because not only is that a risky maneuver, but mobs can spawn wearing armor with thorns on it. And if I take too much thorns damage, game over. However, I didn't think about that when using the farm, so I got a healing potion and a potato and a carrot and iron. Not only that, but I had been letting the grass spread next to my tree farm, hoping to find a spot where oxide daisies would grow, and it worked. I now have one of 3 ingredients needed to make the stew. Everything seems to be going well for me right now, but things are gonna change soon. I need to get mushrooms from a wandering trader, but I don't have any emeralds. I could try curing zombie villagers, or I could not try that. No, what I need is a fox farm, because there's an extremely rare chance that a fox can spawn with an emerald in its mouth. And I have chickens, so I have a way to lure them to a killing area. My only problem is that foxes spawn in cold biomes, and the nearest one is really far away. What the heck is that? Dude! There's trial chambers here? Remember how I said I got this world from my friend fWhip? What I forgot to mention is that he was playing in 1.20.4. I'm playing in 1.21, and for some reason, that caused structures to generate, which changes everything. Before, I wanted to just beat the game, but now I had a new goal. Collect the rarest items I possibly can, including a weapon I have yet to obtain even in my hardcore world, the mace. For the time being though, my objective remains the same, building a fox farm in the hopes to get a couple emeralds. The way this farm works is, I took this from fWhip. The way this farm works is having a big spawning platform, which once covered in snow layers, has a small chance of spawning foxes. Once they spawn, they'll run towards the middle, trying to attack a chicken sitting in a boat. However, they won't reach it due to the slab stopping them from jumping, causing them to fall between the trapdoors and burning to death once reaching the bottom. Letting them burn means they can pathfind to the chicken a bit longer, bringing their items right to me. And after AFKing for a few hours, I had 2 emeralds. Really? Okay. Back at the island, I killed a few chickens for food and AFK'd the mob farm for a little bit while chopping trees until I had gotten 7 iron ingots, meaning I could craft a cauldron. Cauldrons collect rainwater, so once this thing fills up, I can finally make a cobblestone generator. You know, most people do this on day 1, but again, I had a bunch of wood from chopping loads of trees, which I used to expand my island. Before, I was building with bottom slabs so nothing would spawn, but now I need to build the top slab so I can provide watering traders with plenty of spawning spaces. The only problem with this though is that I didn't check which chunks were slime chunks and ended up in a sticky situation. Honestly, this wasn't bad at all since I had a bow, so afterwards I covered it with bottom slabs and kept expanding the island. Apparently at some point a rabbit had spawned, along with another cow and another pig. My first wandering trader also spawned, but didn't have what I was looking for. That gave me hope though, so while I waited for another trader to spawn in, I started work on collecting zombie villagers. The first one spawned pretty quickly, so I blocked off the drop chute, killing the remaining mobs very slowly, and used a boat to trap the zombie villager. I used trapdoors to block him off so he wouldn't hit me, then trapped another one soon after. Again, I blocked him off and got a third zombie villager in case something went wrong with the first 2. Spoiler alert, it didn't. Now that I had the zombies trapped, I continued expanding my platform, hoping for another wandering trader to spawn in. In the meantime though, I went back to grinding the mob farm. Remember how earlier I pointed out that mobs could wear thorns armor? Well, I just learned my lesson. I got extremely lucky though and got 2 instant health potions. One I use now and one after I took another heart of damage failing a parkour jump. But there's something I forgot to mention. This whole time I've been saving every piece of gold armor I got, smelting them into gold nuggets, preparing to cure my first zombie villager. 8 gold ingots times 9 nuggets per ingot means I had collected 72 pieces of gold armor, which meant I could craft my first golden apple. While I did this, I also bred my sheep and cows and reconfigured my dirt so I'd have a dedicated area to grow oxeye daisies. Once again, I expanded the island because no wandering traders had spawned and I lost more health. But I made 2 more gold ingots, so I'm making progress on the second golden apple. But that's when something big happened on day 64. Oh, gosh, what do you have? What do you have? Yes! Red mushroom! Where is it? Where's the Yes! Yes, a red mushroom! Dude, that means I only need brown mushrooms and I could finally have regeneration. Also, the reason there's slabs up there is because mushrooms won't grow if they're not covered up, so I just turned the slime chunk into a mushroom farming area. Bro, this cauldron is still not full. This is actually taking forever. Surely one of these witches drop another instant health potion. Really? Nothing? I am gonna move my chickens over here because that grass area is getting a bit full. Hey, Mr. Sheep, you can't be in Mr. Cow's boat. You go over there, Mr. Sheep. No. Just get in the boat. Thank you. And then you guys can breed and the baby sheep go in another boat. Cows, you also breed. And then I will kill your parents. Okay, this is too many chickens. I'm just gonna clean this up a bit. And then I will throw more eggs. Sorry, babies only. As if being summoned by violence, pillager spawned. I killed it with my bow and it dropped a Battleman 2 bottle, which means I now have the ability to get ominous keys and hopefully obtain the heavy core used to craft the mace. But again, I am far from ready for that. I did set up a dispenser to fire arrows at any mobs wearing armor so I'd stop taking thorns damage, and I got another instant health potion, bringing me back up to 8 hearts. I also crafted another cauldron with all my iron since my first cauldron wasn't filling up anymore, and took a couple of glass bottles that the witches had dropped and filled them with the water that I did have. Oh, and I got another health potion, so I'm again back up to full health. Having this dispenser is really nice, by the way, because it can kill the other mobs while I deal with the witches manually, because I think that's the only way they drop health potions. I never got a potion from a witch that the dispenser killed, so I'm gonna stick with that theory. And then I got another one. Wait, is that? Oh, there's water. I now have 3 water bottles, so I can put them back in here, fill my bucket, and make a water source just like that. I finally have infinite water. You know, most people would have made a cobblestone generator on day 1, but I just had to play a map without a starter chest. And I just realized I'm gonna have to turn all this wood into cobblestone if I don't want it to burn. Good thing I saved all this stone from the original island. Now I just need to grab my lava from the fox farm and put it down right here. Oh, that button's gone. This is a slime chunk, so I've got to make sure nothing can spawn. Finally, now that I have a cobblestone generator, I sat here and gathered a few stacks and then smelted some of it because I'm in the mood to build a house. I don't have that many blocks to work with, but I do have stone bricks, oak wood, and bone blocks from the mob farm. So I just kind of threw together a house using the stuff I had and tried to make it relatively good looking, mixing in stone variants on the bottom floor and roof, and decorating the interior the best I could. If the ceiling looks familiar to some of you, that's because it's inspired by some of the villager houses I built in my hardcore world. I'll have it linked in the end screen so you can check it out after this video if you want. Anyways, the house is done, so I moved all my stuff inside and organized the chests. And did that clean up the island? Not really. It's still pretty ugly. Probably because I have all these animals and boats, so I took care of some of them. And I did breed them too, so I'm not all bad. Again, as if summoned by the cries of animals, that sounds so awful. Another pillager spawned in. This time though, he had a friend. It didn't really matter. I just used my bow again. All right, Mr. Pillager, what did you drop? No shot. Bad Omen 5. The wild card element just handed itself over to me. Now I knew my goal of getting the mace, amongst other rare items, was possible. Because for some reason, I thought you could only get a heavy core if you had Bad Omen 5. Let me know in the comments if I'm right about that, or if I'm just stupid. And, you know, you could subscribe while you're down there. Just saying. I was feeling optimistic, so I decided to trap a witch. That way I could later cure zombie villagers. I did not realize he could throw potions at me. Okay, I blocked him off so he can't see me. In theory, if I broke these blocks, he should be able to hit the zombies with a potion. I'm not going to test that right now, but dude, I have so much gunpowder. I am never using all of this. Into the void you go. Oh no. Someone forgot to light up the top of his roof. That someone is me. Luckily, there's no skeleton up here, so I'm good. Enderman. Oh my gosh, there's an enderman right there. Enderman right there. That's crazy. Is that legit? Like, did that literally just happen? Well, I can just get another grass block now. Oh, I'm in the fence. Oh, wait, you already picked it up. Thank you, Enderman. Let's just go ahead and put a grass block in an item frame. Look at that. Darn it, dude. I just took more damage. For the next few hours, I kind of just sat around waiting for wandering traders to spawn. All I really did in this time was farm a few stacks of cobblestone and extend the platform again. But until I can regenerate, I don't want to take the risk of curing villagers. I did hear an enderman die outside my house in the rain, and it dropped a pearl, so that's cool, I guess. But then I had an idea. Plagiarism. You see, when other people have done this challenge, they end up making some sort of wandering trader farm that takes advantage of their natural tendency to pathfind towards the player. And since I now had water, I could make a little elevator so that if they'd spawn on my island, they'd walk over to this tower and flow down a stream that would lead them to the unloaded chunks by turning down my simulation distance. However, when building the farm, I forgot to light up the platform underneath, which let an invisible spider sneak up on me. And now I'm down 2.5 hearts. After finishing the farm, a trader spawned on my island, but the best thing it had was a birch sapling that I couldn't afford, and there were more pillagers. I got another trader, and he had sand, which was really nice, except that I couldn't afford it since my fox farm left me with only 1 emerald left to my name. It was at this point that Mudflaps had uploaded his video where he also used a wandering trader farm. I realized that my water stream didn't lead the traders far enough from the player, so I extended it all the way down to build limit. I hit day 200, but there were no traders to celebrate with me. At this point, I was pretty sure my farm kinda sucked, so I did what any self-respecting Skyblock player would do, and rebuilt the entire thing off in the distance. This time, when the traders pathfind to me, they'll walk off the trapdoors into the water stream instead of trying to force them up an elevator shaft. I accidentally built it too close again, meaning traders would despawn, so I had to reconfigure it a little bit. However, once I got it complete, I went AFK for a while, and already it's working better than the previous one. I mean, it's not a brown mushroom, but at least it's something. I expanded the platform even further, but at this point, I got tired of farming and decided to take one of the biggest risks of the whole challenge, curing my first villager. The reason why this is so dangerous is because I have to get down to 4 hearts, otherwise the witch won't even throw a weakness potion. I said earlier that I wouldn't do this since I didn't have access to regeneration. However, I do have 2 more health potions from the mob farm, so despite my better judgment, I let the witch throw poison at me, which brought me down to exactly 4 hearts. Then all I had to do was get in the boat, wait for the witch to throw the potion, and I did it. I used the 2 health potions on myself and waited for him to transform back into a normal villager. I let him out of the boat, only to put him back in, and then I found a wandering trader with another red mushroom trade. That's useless. But I boated the villager over to my house, brought him upstairs, and made him into a farmer that could trade carrots for emeralds. Now, so long as I had bone meal from the mob farm, I could trade for enough emeralds to buy whatever I wanted from the wandering traders. And that's exactly what I did. I expanded the platform once more and AFK'd for hours, getting cacti, red sand, acacia saplings, cherry saplings, glowstone, I already had that, lily pads, sugar cane, and a small drip leaf. Keep in mind, I did farm these resources in between AFK sessions, so I made sure I had plenty of each item before I let the wandering traders despawn. That way, in case, say, a tree didn't drop a sapling, I could have gone back to trade for another one. I got pretty confident that I'd get a brown mushroom soon, so I went back to farming mobs and got 2 more health potions and another gold ingot. Yes, I've lost a few hearts, but I did see a skeleton horse at one point, so that's kind of cool. My villager decided to climb the ladder into my attic, and now he lives up here. And then I lost more health. I could use my potions, but if I get enough gold soon, I might as well cure my second villager since I'm already below 4 hearts. That's risky though, so I went back to AFKing at the wandering trader farm and got melon seeds and 4 dark oak saplings. Melons are incredibly useful for this challenge because just like carrots, I can farm a lot of them easily and trade for emeralds. Dark oak saplings are also good because they're one of the larger trees and they're easy to farm. I unfortunately didn't get 4 saplings back from my first tree, so I rushed back to the wandering trader who was luckily still there and got 4 more saplings just to be safe. The melon farm was coming along pretty nicely, and I traded some for emeralds along with my carrots. Again, I swiped away at the mob farm getting down extremely low, so I had to use a potion, which was then followed by me getting extremely low. So so I had to use my other potion. I am aware that I'm not that smart. However, it was worth it because after getting one more piece of gold armor, I crafted my second golden apple. I wish I could eat this, but it's gonna go in an item frame. Wait, that makes no sense. I've got to use this to cure another villager. Using the same strategy I did the first time, I fed the apple to a zombie, put the villager in a boat, and brought him over to my house before realizing that was a dumb idea. I have 2 villagers now, meaning I can make a villager breeder. Getting the villagers over wasn't too bad. I just boated them over and then punched them on the fence. After farming up more carrots and giving them to the villagers, the breeder produced its first victim. I mean, child. Nope, now I sound like a Minecraft YouTuber. Now that I have villagers to trade with, they need somewhere to go. So, using my dark oak and cherry wood, I built a small house for them to stay in, and built a roof over the villager breeder so they wouldn't get struck by lightning and turn into witches. Here's a replay of me setting up some villagers in the house. It's a little chaotic, but when is it not when dealing with villagers? I realized I had room for a second floor, but I'm not going to worry about that yet until I have some other stuff set up, like farming all these carrots. I got 2 farmers in the house and immediately got a stack of emeralds out of them. I also started leveling up an armor and a toolsmith so I could eventually have full diamond, because without it, there's no way I could survive a trial chamber, let alone beat the game or fight a wither. Additionally, these villagers trade iron for emeralds, and I'm gonna need a lot of emeralds to max out my future gear. So it's time to build an iron farm. And of course, it's designed by ENX04. Since I had iron from using the mob farm, I set up a hopper to funnel the items into a chest. Normally, I'd use lava to kill the golems, but seeing as how I only have 1 lava bucket, I settled on using blocks to suffocate them instead. Boating some villagers over from the breeder, I populated the beds, and then brought a zombie over from the mob farm. While waiting for the baby villager to grow up, I traded for a diamond chest plate since I had previously leveled up my armor, and smelted the other armor I traded to get more iron. I didn't fill in the corners of the farm, which let a villager teleport through the wall after he got out of the bed, so I employed the jankiest system to get the villager back in the cell. Soon after, the baby grew up, which meant now the iron farm was working. Never mind, I forgot to spawn-proof the area. Well, with that done, I can bring 2 more villagers over and fill up the trading hall. You go in there, Mr. Villager. Thank you. Ooh, and we're getting iron. Meaning I can craft some lanterns and put them in the villager house. Oh, and since I can trade iron for emeralds, I can now buy myself a diamond helmet. And now I have full diamond armor. You know what? I'm buying a hoe. That's my first diamond tool. The iron was coming in pretty slow, so I built a second iron farm. I also realized I was supposed to use leaf blocks in front of the water streams, as well as fill in the corners of the farm so the golems wouldn't escape. I'm sure that was obvious to everyone else, but I trapped 3 more villagers in the cell, and once again, brought another zombie from the mob farm once it turned night. Now I have 2 iron farms working, and I can go back to leveling up my villagers. Oh, these iron pickaxes are actually pretty good. I might as well use them and get more cobblestone. And farm up this stuff. And buy myself a diamond pickaxe and an axe. Are there no? No, there's no shovel trade. Okay. I turned the last 2 villagers into a toolsmith and weaponsmith, but I didn't really do anything with them other than use them for more iron trades. I made myself an anvil and added it to my bedroom, but that used up a lot of iron, so I tried making a 3rd iron farm. However, this one was too close to the first one. I mean, they're literally sharing a wall, so it didn't really help that much. However, now that I have full diamond armor, it's time for me to take on my first trial chamber. Without regeneration. But I don't have to drink a bad omen potion to start a trial, and if I can beat the mobs without taking too much damage, I have a chance at getting regeneration potions. Spoiler alert, this doesn't work. To prepare, I combined a few bows I had gotten from the mob farm, creating a power 5, punch 2, flame unbreaking 3 bow, which cost 58 levels. Then I went over to the fox farm and built all the way over to the trial chamber. I'm not actually doing a commentary, I'm still building. I've used so much wood in this video, and I'm 1 block off being perfectly symmetrical. I am so sorry to everyone. I'm 1 block off. All right, what do these chests have? Arrows? Ooh, honeycomb. Punching pots is not that helpful. All right, what's up here? Ooh, spawner. Oh, okay. I didn't take damage. Never mind. I took damage. This might be bad. Ah, crap. I got hit again. Wait, I have a bow. There. And I got bread. Thanks, game. What's down here? Barrel, beds. See if I can drop down more. Oh, spawners. Okay. I think I can just stay up here and shoot the slimes without getting hit. Ooh, my first trial key. That's my second one. And I got bread. Well, at least I can grab some moss. I'm heading back to where I came from because I think, yeah, there's one right here. I got wind charges. That's great. This doesn't seem dangerous at all.
A few moments later.
Okay, I got another key. I really need to get out of here, but I want to see what I get from this. Diamonds and a book. Riptide 3? I don't need that. Okay, I don't see any more crates, so I'm getting out of here. Is there anything here? Oh, there is. I'm locking myself in. Ooh, bolt armor trim. That's kind of cool. Oh, great. Okay, that's enough of that. I am free and I am running away. Once I got back, I stashed away what I had found, decorated my room a little bit, and put the bolt armor trim on my chest plate. Looks pretty cool in my opinion. I spent some time AFKing the iron farms, harvesting the melons, and trading both for more emeralds. The reason I did this was to level up my weaponsmith so I could get my hands on a diamond sword. However, I wasn't a fan of one of my toolsmiths since he wasn't offering anything useful, so I took him out back and silenced him. My new candidate was a bit young, therefore I spent some time smelting cobblestone and reorganizing the storage in my house. I got scaffolding from the trial chamber too, so once again I added another decoration in my room. I am still on a heart and a half though, so I decided to AFK until... Yes! Yes! Finally! Brown mushroom! Finally a brown mushroom! Move out of the way. Move out of the way. That's a lot of village. Where did you guys come from, bro? It's day 386 and I finally have mushrooms. Finally, I can craft suspicious stew and regain all of my health. I'm finally back at full health and I can finally like actually regenerate. This is huge. And I have a bunch of villagers here. So that's cool. With plants on the mind, I quickly did some work around my island, replacing some of the dirt under the trees with the moss I got from the trial chamber, then adding the dirt by the sugarcane farm. Remember those mushrooms I just planted? Well, when I was upgrading my new weaponsmith, I realized I forgot to spawn proof the top of the mushrooms and, oh no. Oh, I made a mistake. Okay, this actually wasn't that bad. Oh! Enderman, you're coming with me. I would like another grass block, please. Thank you. Now I have 3 grass blocks. I'm going to tear down these mushrooms for now, and I'll plant some with slabs over them for safekeeping. With that taken care of, I continued leveling up my new weaponsmith and realized I could make an auto smelter to turn all the tools and armor I got into more iron. Speaking of tools and armor, soon I'll want librarian so I can get good enchantments on my gear. Books require paper and leather to craft, so I began work on a simple cow farm to not only get leather, but also food. Feeding the cows is pretty easy. All I gotta do is sit in a corner and bone meal some seeds. And in the spirit of sitting around, I AFK'd the wandering trader farm again, this time getting a mangrove sapling. And beetroot, I guess. By the way, why did Mojang have to make mangrove wood the most annoying tree to get? The wood is hidden everywhere in the leaves, the roots don't decay, not to mention the tree being like 10 blocks off the ground. Don't get me wrong, they look great, but I'd rather be AFKing the wandering trader farm than chopping mangrove trees. And so I did, getting more podzol, which reminded me that I had previously traded for red sand and never used it, so I went and redesigned the sugarcane farm. I also realized that mushrooms can grow on cobblestone, so that saves me another 4 blocks of dirt to use for farming oxeye daisies. This stone is not really something I need right now, but I can turn it into moss and get some azalea plants. What's great about azaleas is that once they become trees, they turn the moss into rooted dirt. I don't really have a use for that right now, but I do have a build I want to do later that'll need some. Oh, also, I remember that composting exists, so I'm turning all these extra seeds and stuff into bone meal. Like I said before, I want to turn some villagers into librarians in order to get good enchantments, which means building another house on my island, this time using a combination of oak and mangrove wood. It's definitely not my best work, but it gets the job done. On the inside, I laid out where their villagers would go, adding a ceiling out of mangrove logs. I also added some chests on either side that I really never used. Finally, I added in some lanterns, finishing the librarian house. Now that the house is done, it's time to populate it. My 3rd villager had a silk touch trade straight off the bat, so I locked it in, then had a little surprise waiting for me by my tree farm. Oh, that's a skeleton horse. If I get close, will it... Yep, okay. Oh, they're fighting each other. Come on, skeleton. Hit me. Hit me. Hit me. Okay, don't actually hit me. And last one. Darn it, I wasn't aiming for the horse. Well, I have 2 skeleton horses now. That's cool. I went back to AFKing the wandering trader farm for a bit and got a stack of sand, which allowed me to expand the sugarcane farm. Yes, I could use dirt, but I committed to sand and I don't want to change it. Keep in mind, there's been a thunderstorm going on since I got those skeleton horses. My platform is made of wood. Can you guess what happens when lightning strikes a wooden platform? Oh, dude, my thing's on fire! No, wait, it's on fire, it's on fire, it's on fire! Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, wait, my platform's on fire. Oh, dude, this is bad, hold on, my platform's on fire. Go away. You know what, you just go away. That was pretty bad. I don't even know why I'm repairing this, honestly. I have a wandering trader farm over there, and this platform only exists to give them more places to spawn. Not entirely sure what I'm doing here, but you know what? There. You know what? I'm extending this because I very easily could have died just then. Crisis averted, I began calibrating the librarian trades. No! Oh no! Not a great start, but I got a new one in there, and we rolled the librarians until I had trades like density, looting 3, and infinity. Back at the wandering trader farm, I got 36 podzol from 2 traders, which was nice. Since I had gotten those skeleton horses, I wanted saddles so I could ride them, but the only way I could get saddles is from a leather worker. So I made a 2nd floor to the original villager house and managed to fit 4 more villagers up there, one of which I turned into a leather worker. Upgrading this guy was still pretty expensive though, and I had already ran out of emeralds from upgrading librarians. That's when I came up with the idea to build a string duper. You see, fishermen trade made string for emeralds. So if I could build a machine to quickly produce hundreds of string, I could get enough emeralds to, yeah, you get the idea. To make the string duper, I need string. I've already killed spiders throughout the video though, so using a string duper design I found on YouTube and rebuilding it because I forgot to put in hoppers, I now have access to loads of string, which I traded for enough emeralds to level up my leather worker all the way to master, allowing me to buy saddles. Yo, we're gonna put you over here, Mr. Horse, right there. There you go. You stay there, okay? I'm gonna get your buddy. You're the same speed. You're very slow and bad, but I don't care. I love you the same. Considering I'm back up to full health, I think it's fair to say I should finish what I started and return to the trial chamber. This time I'm not leaving until I complete it. Hello, trial chamber. Man, this thing is far away. If I remember correctly, one of the rooms I didn't do was down here. Yeah, surely this won't be that bad as long as I don't get poisoned. Okay, I got poisoned. I'm backing up. Maybe I should grab some blocks before trying that again. Oh wait, they're way over there. I can just shoot them from up here. Hey, Breeze, get back here. This video's long enough as it is. I don't need you running away. That is 2 more keys. Nice. Let's see what I can get from these crates. Ooh, diamonds? A bow? Another bolt armor trim? Kind of cool, I guess. I think I've already been in this room. Are they going to respawn? Yep. And there's more breezes. Ooh, a regeneration potion. 45 seconds of regeneration. That's crazy. Okay. Time for the last and worst room, the one with all the bogs in it. I just got to take this one spawner at a time the best I can. Really, Mojang? It's true. Look at that. It's on this. Look, all of these are like this, and then this one flips that way. Bro. Okay, first spawner down. Second spawner should be no different. There we go. All right, last 2. Maybe if I block myself in, it'll keep them from shooting me as much. It's kind of working. Not really. Oh, crap. I gotta use this regen potion. Is this gonna get me to full health? Oh, it is. That's awesome. And that apparently was the last skeleton. And I can get another regen potion and another key. What am I gonna get? Wind charges? Silk touch? I don't necessarily need it because I already have, like, a silk touch trader. Another armor trim. Honey bottles? Okay. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. I think that's everything. I got another regen potion. That was definitely better than the first attempt. I think I have enough string, which meant I could trade for more emeralds. So I went back to the librarian house and re-rolled my villagers until I had unlocked Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 4, Protection 4, and Mending. I also went ahead and put a Silk Touch book on my axe so I could get more melon trades going with my farmer villagers, then eventually buying a whole load of books to apply to my armor and sword. Surprisingly, I ran out of XP, so I had to use the mob farm to get more. But when it was all done, all my armor had Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. And my sword had Sharpness 5, Sweeping Edge 3, Looting 3, Unbreaking 3, and Mending. With my new armor and sword, I took my Bad Omen 2 bottle I got way back when that first pillager spawned and was ready to do another trial. This time though, it would be an ominous trial, which meant I'd be getting ominous keys this time around. However, when I got there, it was kind of lame. Sure, some potions flew around, I guess, and yeah, I took damage, but all the rooms that had caused me trouble before were no problem this time around. The only close call I had was back in the bog room since my shield broke and had to use my regeneration potion, but the first 2 spawners gave me ominous keys, so I just hightailed it out of there. Speaking of keys, the first ominous vault gave me an enchanted golden apple, so despite not having a shield, I went back to the bog room and there was 1 skeleton somehow, but I got another key out of it, so I don't care. Again, the slime room involved bow spamming, and I found another ominous vault, which gave me like 12 diamonds, which was a nice surprise. The tall room with the bog and breeze spawner was no trouble. Heck, I even opened the vault mid-fight and got more golden apples. I learned with breezes that you just kind of bum rush them and then they can't jump, so I got another key. Before I tackled the mobs in the last room, I did the vault first, which didn't really give me anything other than another golden apple, so I took the opportunity to fight the breezes and bogs. I forgot to loot the ominous vaults in the top bog room, and it gave me my first flow armor trim. I also found a secret room with a regular vault inside. I couldn't use it though. So I left the trial chamber with 2 notch apples, 3 ominous keys, and plenty more loot. So my armor and sword are good, but my tools still kind of suck. Yeah, this string duper is definitely overpowered. I think this is the last book and I can disenchant the pickaxe and apply the books. It feels weird having a pickaxe this good in Skyblock. Like imagine telling someone 10 years ago that this was possible. Really, that's all thanks to wandering traders, because this time they gave me spruce saplings and pumpkins. I immediately got to work on refactoring my farms, adding pumpkins to the melon farm and a spot for giant spruce trees. These trees are rather large though, so I figured it best to make a new axe. It literally has the same enchantments as the pickaxe. After that, I redesigned the cobblestone generator to make use of hoppers, so now I can mine up to 4 stone at a time, and all the items get funneled into the chests. And now that I have silk touch on my pickaxe, I can easily turn stone into moss. But just in case I wanted more cobblestone, I made another diamond pickaxe, this time without silk touch. At this point, I've definitely spent hundreds of emeralds on books, and I am so glad I made that string duper. I want to try a wind charge. What the heck? Wait, can I go up to the top of the house? Yo! All right, that's kind of sick. Okay, this is fun. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yo, I made it up here. All right, that's enough of that. Oh, hey, I guess I don't need you anymore. Sorry, buddy. Well, continuing the theme of making new tools, I might as well craft a new shovel since I can't trade for one. And I broke my anvil. Okay, new anvil. Not enough levels, though. What? Why did this just spawn in my face? Yeah, you saw that, right, dude? Like, can I get a recording on that? How did... What? This is the last book for the shovel, and this stuff can go in the furnace. All right, you know what? Okay, I made a new hoe and a new shield, and I'm taking this banner off my house and putting it on the shield because just having two on the house looks awful. Oh yeah, this looks way cooler. Okay, I know I already did this, but just look at how easy it is to get up here with these wind charges. Cherry trees especially, holy crap. Okay, no, these were designed for dark oak. That was too perfect. Can I get up on the spruce? No, why did I think that would work? There's leaves right there. As fun as this is, there's something that's been bothering me. I've been AFKing on my wandering trader farm for a long time now, and even though I've gotten all this stuff, I was really only looking for 3 items. The red and brown mushrooms, as I talked about earlier, but the third item is dripstone. My first major goal of this video was getting regeneration, which I've completed. Obviously, this is what lets me get most of my loot from the trial chambers and not die at the hands of myself. But my second major goal is beating the game. Remember, I'm on a mission to collect some of Minecraft's rarest items in Skyblock, and I can't do that without reaching the end. But I can't get to the end without first traveling to the nether. Obviously, for that I need obsidian, which is where dripstone comes into play. Dripstone, when placed in a configuration like this, can create new lava sources, and I need 10 of those to make a nether portal. So yes, I've had fun jumping around on trees and getting new items, but I can't complete my goal of the video without getting this. So what am I gonna do? Sit here on this platform for over 24 hours. I checked trader after trader after trader after trader, not getting dripstone. Eventually, I decided to stop checking and just let it run while I focused on like school for a bit. And then when I finally got back to my computer, there are not many traders here. Okay, this one is jungle saplings. I can tell there's one over here. Just llama, get out of the way. More jungle saplings. Wait, was that a third one? Where'd it go? No, it's here. Oh my gosh, dripstone, dripstone, dripstone. I got it. And he sold me 10. Screw it, I'm buying another jungle sapling. I got dripstone. Finally, dude. Immediately, I got to work on planting the jungle saplings. Oh, and setting up a lava farm. Yep, I took the lava from the cobble gen and used it to make more lava, then ended up extending the farm to use all 10 dripstone and chopped a couple trees while waiting for the farm to fill up. I also built a frame my nether portal. I decided to use mangrove planks since I wanted to make it look kind of nether themed, but obviously I didn't have a netherrack to build with. I guess I could have done something that didn't look like this, but it's what I built. As far as getting obsidian, it was just a matter of using my buckets to place down lava and quickly put water down before anything caught on fire. With that, my goal of building the portal is complete, so after grabbing a few stacks of cobblestone, it's time to take on the nether. Okay, I am glad I brought cobblestone. I'm gonna make a platform with some bottom slabs and spawn-proof the top of the portal. Might as well grab any obsidian I can from the portal just in case. There we go, just had to put a slab down to get the obsidian. What the heck? There's a bastion over there. Okay, I guess that's where I'm going. Looks like I'm gonna have to dig my way in. I am concerned about the brute. Yep, there's one there. Oh, he sees me. Okay, he's following me. And spleef. Goodbye, Mr. Brute. There's another brute there, but I'm just gonna loot the chests. Iron, golden carrots, magma cream. Guess I don't need the iron since I have iron farms. Bone blocks, crying obsidian. Is there anything further up? I'm trying so hard to dig without letting the piglins down here. Seems like the coast is clear. Is there anything? Uh-oh, pigman. And he's gone. Brute down there, and he's gone too. Oh my goodness, there's another fortress and another bastion. I'm not going to that, but that's kind of cool. I am gonna head down here though. Anything in here? Gold, magma, a banner pattern. There wasn't much up there, so hopefully I can find something cool down here. Okay, there's a chest down here. Oh my gosh, that pigman scared me. I'm gonna block myself down here. Okay, what's in the chest? Pig step, netherite upgrade. Both of these are something I want, so my shears and wind chargers gotta go. I know there's a middle section down here that has another chest, so oh crap. Okay, we're good. I've got to be careful around here. How the heck do I get down, dude? There's just walls everywhere. Wait, there's another chest? Can I? Oh, no. Go away. Okay, I think I'm good now. Just gonna block myself in. And I got nothing. How do I even get down to the middle? These dudes are everywhere. I'm gonna have to block it off somehow. Wait a minute. There's soul sand down there. And nether wart. Bro, stop. Why are all you so intent on killing me? I think I can hop down here. I don't see any more pigmen. I gotta mine the blocks. Bro, this guy. Why do I keep missing? There. Okay, break these blocks and place cobblestone so I don't fall. I think after breaking these... Nope, that's bad, pigman. Go away. Finally, I can pick up the soul sand. Make sure nothing falls. And the chest has more gold. I'm gonna have to turn that into ingots. Okay. The golden apple can replace one of my stews, and I will get rid of some of the cobblestone so I can get the armor trim. I think I have all the loot, so I'm just gonna get out of here, head back to the overworld, and deposit some stuff before bridging over to that nether fortress. Or I could put a chest somewhere and try to bridge over now. Maybe a little platform too to separate the chest from the bastion. Crafting table goes down, put a torch down, craft a chest, and put the stuff in here. 5 stacks of slabs. I think that's not enough. No, I'm gonna need more blocks. There's a third bastion. Here's me running back to my portal. I just thought it was kind of funny. And then I put the stuff in a chest and grabbed more cobblestone. I did grab one of my cauldrons to put water in the event that I'm on fire, and then went back to the bastion where my chest was and began bridging over. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna turn my simulation and render distance down all the way so that hopefully I can bridge without getting shot at. Nothing seems to be spawning yet. That's good. I'm gonna bridge up though, so nothing tries walking on my bridge. Blaze just spawned. I'm boating down. Come here, Blaze. I forgot I had looting. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of mobs. Why are there so many wither skeletons? You do ow, you do damage. What? Ah, no. Oh no, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Not even close. I do need to be careful though and block all this off. Pigman, you're kind of in my way, so you can just go down here. What's over there? A blaze? I'm already at 4 blaze rods. That's good. Block this off. Ow, I'm on fire. There is a blaze spawner. Only one? Really? Oh, all the blazers are up here. Oh, okay. Nope, they're everywhere. Come here, Blaze. How are you hitting me? Oh, hello, Wither Skellies. Would you like to drop a skull? No. One more blaze. Dropped a blaze rod. Okay, I'm on fire again. And I'm out of stew. That's probably my cue to get out of here. Oh, did you see that bow clutch? That was skill right there. And more blaze rods. Mr. Pigman, you're kind of in my way, so I'm gonna have to... Oh, you're walking away. All right, I'm getting out of here. Wait, I want nether bricks. Hey, Blaze, let me leave. I'm at 17. I want 20. Oh, wait, there's more on the ground. I'm leaving for real this time. I've got 21 blaze rods. That's way more than I need. Unfortunately, lowering the render distance didn't do anything. So to get out of here, I actually had to build a wall as I met up with my other bridge because these blazes just wouldn't leave me alone. But now that I had the blaze rods, my next goal is getting ender pearls. Once I combine them, I can make eyes at ender, which should lead me right to the stronghold. Before I did anything else though, I planted some nether wart outside my house in case I wanted to make a lot of potions. I never used this. Then after putting my other nether stuff away, I crafted a brewing stand and brought a villager over to my house, just like I originally did with my first villager. For some reason, he really wanted to stand on this specific stair when I was trying to trap him up here, so I gave up on trapping him. Also, I forgot clerics trade rotten flesh for emeralds, so I only had kept like 6 stacks of it, but that was enough to level him up, and then I used the emeralds he just gave me to buy lapis off him. Remember way back when I AFK'd the fox farm and got my original 2 emeralds? If you looked closely, you'd also see that I had gotten 6 rabbit's feet, which didn't level him up. I kind of just used those for nothing. Good thing I can trade for redstone. This leveled him up to expert, so after trading iron for more emeralds, I was able to buy 13 ender pearls for my cleric. I guess his trade refreshed after the first one. Some of you may remember that I had gotten ender pearls from killing endermen, so I'm not really sure why I bought as many as I did. Regardless, I combined 12 of my pearls with blaze powder to craft 12 eyes of ender, and soon I'll be ready to take on the end. Before that though, I placed a hopper over my brewing stand and made some fire res potions, and I finally set myself up with an enchantment table. I know, hundreds of days into the world, and I just now have an enchantment table. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want feather falling for my boots, and I wasn't able to get that on any of my villagers. Using the string duper, I got more emeralds and used them to buy diamond boots, which I enchanted with prop 4, depth strider 3, and unbreaking 3. Good, but not what I'm looking for. So I bought another pair and enchanted it several times. I couldn't get anything better than feather falling 2, so I concluded that the boots were cursed, and I bought a 3rd pair. Again, I got feather falling 2, so I got more emeralds and bought a 4th pair. It was worth it though, because as soon as I disenchanted it, feather falling 4 was right there. So once I got back up to level 30, I enchanted the boots and combined them with my current pair. I could have added depth strider 3, but I didn't want to get up to 37 levels. I just want to fight the ender dragon. Filling my inventory with blocks and materials for my upcoming elytra, assuming end city spawn, I threw an eye of ender to see which direction to go, which broke, so I had to get more. And start there's a trial chamber above me. How did I not see this? I am very glad nothing jumped down on me or anything, because that would have been the end right there. Cobbled deep slate. First time getting this in the world. Okay, decent stuff in the chest. Wait, is there even a point in me doing this right now? I'm supposed to be going to the end. I'm at negative 1400, dude. I'm almost... What the heck? What is that? That would be my Patreon page. These videos take a long time to make and I don't earn much from them. So if you have some extra cash and want to support me, becoming a patron is a great way to get exclusive behind the scenes access and access to a custom section of my Discord server. Yeah, like anyone's gonna give me money. But anyways, I think I have a new goal. Yeah, I've got a bridge over there anyways. So I have to I have to come back. So after making the long trip back to get more blocks, I made my way over to the trial chamber. Look, I wanted to loot the vaults with my leftover keys and I got 2 enchanted golden apples out of it. So it wasn't that stupid. Then I went to the ancient city. This structure looks pretty weird without all the deep dark around it. I'm not going to loot this for too long. I just want to see what kind of stuff spawned. First chest is up there. Let's see what it has. Wind charge up. Wind charge up and bones. That's great. That's exactly what I wanted. What about this one? Regeneration 2 potions. So that's pretty useful, especially if I mess this up. Never mind. There is a chest over there. Let's not fall into the void. Riptide 3 again. That's twice I've gotten that book in this video. I'm going to keep all this stuff here. Not really much else to do. Efficiency 5 on a... Bruh, really? That was stupid. That was stupid. I'm going to fall if I don't stop messing around. Just one more. No, I'll use a block. That was still risky. For real this time, I'm leaving. Apparently, though, I forgot which direction I came from because I started bridging west instead of north. Fortunately, I saw my bridge in the distance and realized I went the wrong way. So I threw another eye and surprisingly, I was going the right way. I don't know how I managed to pull that off, but I just kept on bridging until I saw it. Throwing one more eye to make sure I'm going the right way. And there it is. Why is there no stronghold? Wait, so every other structure generates, but the stronghold doesn't? This is such a weird world. 3, 2, 1. I'm 1 block off the center. No. We're actually here. That's crazy. It only took... The sky is so blue right now. Anyways. And that's it. Holy crap, dude. I'm ready to hop in the end. This is crazy. All right. Sun setting on day 528. Let's do this. Oh my gosh. Where am I? Am I dead? I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Dude, I thought I was dead. We need a bunch of slabs. And I also want a bunch of building blocks. Can I take out a crystal from here? No. Uh-oh, I didn't think about the magic. Bridging up with normal blocks might be the best move. All right, made it to the pillar. Just gonna use slabs to bridge up. Never mind, I can just use blocks. Please don't kill me. Okay, good. Let's take out a few more if I can. I got everything except the 2 cage ones. If I bridge above the crystal, I think I can shoot through the bars. Dragon's perching as well. This is good. Okay, stop. Why am I doing this? Why do I do this to myself? Really, dragon? There we go. Imagine I arced an arrow from here and it got through the cage. That'd be cool. I give up. Fine, I'll get closer, but it's gonna work eventually. I am wasting so many arrows right now. I did it! I did it that time. Okay. It only took forever, but I did it. Well, time to shoot the dragon. What the heck? I just glitched it out. Uh-oh. Dude, I need a replay of that right now. Just keep firing. Get it when it's over the portal. No! I'm out of arrows. I'm literally out of arrows. Wait, this is bad. This is like actually really bad. Wait a minute. Wait. Here's the plan. I'm gonna bridge down to the middle, hop down to the portal, and kill the dragon with my sword when it perches. Okay, it just left so I can get down with the water. I probably should have let it flow for a bit longer. Oh, never mind. It's fine. I am going to extend the platform so I can keep as much XP as possible. Here it is. Come on, dragon. Let me hit you. Please, just die already. There it is. I got it. And now my second goal beating the game is complete. There it is. I just lost the egg. I just lost the egg. It's gone. I just lost this game. Why? So, I just lost Minecraft's rarest item in a video where I'm trying to collect Minecraft's rarest items. Regardless, I need to enter this gateway so I can find an elytra. Let me explain. Obviously, elytras let you fly. That's why I brought stuff to craft rockets. Throughout the video, you see me pass by several trial chambers, and earlier I got a Bad Omen 5 potion. This means that now I can use 1 potion for more than 1 trial chamber, collecting more ominous keys and improving my chances at getting a heavy core from one of the vaults. For anyone who may have thought I brought too many blocks, this is why. And I'm here, the city at the end of the game. I'm hoping to get a few shulker boxes while I'm here. Come here, shulkers. I want stuff. Ow, levitation. Okay, this room's clear, and there is an ender chest here, which I'm gonna take. Hello, shulker. Okay, bye, Shulker. At least you're still here. Oh, this room is smaller than I expected. Works for me. I don't have to fight as much. Last one's up here, and there's chests. Iron, diamonds, more gold. A pickaxe, that's actually pretty good. The gold I'll take. Everything else I don't really need. Let's just go ahead and make a few shulker boxes. Then I can put some stuff in here. Oh wait, I can use the ender chest. Time to bridge to the ship. Hopefully nothing hits me. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'll just float over anyways. I have never entered this thing so smoothly before. Ew! Like a fly. What is that? Okay, I gotta just... There we go. Now I have my... Oh, wait. I didn't get the dragon egg, but I can at least get the dragon head. That's at least something. With my elytra secured, I flew around trying to get more loot, but mainly looking to get more shulker boxes. I did get more gold, ender chests, etc., but there wasn't that much to loot. I'm not really sure why these dudes are guarding the entrance, but yeah. Like any normal Skyblock player, I flew away from the end city into the gateway portal and back to my island. Of course, I applied Unbreaking 3 amending to my elytra, organized my loot, and put an ender chest in my bedroom. Now that I had an elytra, I wanted to go back and explore the structures I had left behind when searching for the stronghold. First, the pillager outpost, which only had a couple of sentry armor trims. Secondly, the trial chamber, and I just dug right into a chest. There was another one next to it that had more wind charges, which apparently worked well with an elytra. I got my diamonds out of the chest I left behind and flew over to the ancient city I found before. Since I had already looted most of this one, there wasn't much stuff I wanted other than the regen potions and maybe this fortune book. Oh, and I found 2 enchanted golden apples in the chest, and this hoe, and another enchanted golden apple. Let's see what this has got. There's one there, and there's one here. Whoa, dude, there's like woolen stuff. This is cool. There's a whole line of chests. Glowberries. Glowberries. About to say that's useless, but no, I don't have glowberries. This one's full, and this one has nothing good. What does this one have? Disc fragments. I don't really know how those work. Swift Sneak 3 again. Is there anything in all this wool? No? Okay. There's a trial chamber right here. Let's just go ahead and see if I can get like a breeze rod or something, or like some breeze rods. I don't want to use wind charges. What is this room? What is this? There's so many little thingamabobbers. Oh no, I'm not staying here. Yeah, screw this. Sorry, nope, screw that. Not doing it. I think it's time to head out of here. I don't want to deal with this anymore. There's another one! What is this? What? What the heck? What is this? I have ice. I have never seen this in an ancient city before. What is this? Oh, dude, there's another one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all this ice, but it is cool nonetheless. Well, I just looted 3 ancient cities and ultra hardcore Skyblock. This has been a strange video, hasn't it? Yes, it has. So after applying Swift Sneak 3 to my pants and organizing my storage again, it's finally time. I'm ready to take on the trial chambers with Bad Omen 5, and I will get the mace. I need to prepare myself though. So not only am I bringing all 7 of my enchanted golden apples, but I'm also dedicating a shulker box to all my potions so I can bring plenty of regeneration with me. For the sake of getting myself accustomed to what lies ahead, I went to the trial chamber that was next to my original one and used it as a warm-up. This will also make it easier when I'm running through with Bad Omen 5 since I'll be familiar with the layout of the structure. My original plan was to run through the entire thing, but after almost drowning, I knew I'd be wasting resources by doing that, so I flew back to my original bridge, organized my inventory, and drank the Bad Omen 5 potion, beginning my hunt for the mace. Let's get the worst room out of the way first. Poison, slimes, and armored skeletons. Yep, this is the worst room. Crap, wait, I actually had to eat a golden apple. Okay, now just kill them as fast as I can while I have regeneration, please. I think these are the last 2. No, oh wait, nope, there's more. I gotta look and make sure I get the keys. This vault hasn't reset yet. Okay, I'll come back in a little bit. Slimes are gone. I might want strength for the breezes though. Gotta take as little poison damage as possible. Oh, okay, there's silverfish too. That's nice. Let's go breeze. These things aren't strong, but I don't want to be stuck in one room for too long. All right, that's the last breeze and another ominous key. Good. Emptying my inventory real quick. Then I can drop into the void and fly out of here. And I'll just drop back in. Got another slime room. Luckily, these are easy. Got another potion, one more slime, and another key. Another breeze room. Gonna use strength again. It doesn't actually do that much. I just feel like using it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is. Bow battle, another key. Goodbye, Mr. Bog. And that's the last one, I think. Potatoes. That's just what I wanted. The first chamber's done. Time to fly to the next one. And here we go. Chamber number 2. Silverfish spawner. Man, this one's going to be easy. Oh, a spider. Okay. There's a spawner up here too. Wait, it gave me a normal key. Don't tell me the trial omen doesn't transfer over. Well, this is nice. I can sit up here and bow spam spiders. This game is very balanced. Crap, I didn't get a key. Is my plan not working? See, there's blue particles on the spawner, so I feel like that should be working. What the heck is this little hallway? This is a weird structure. Oh, another key. Okay, so my plan is working. You know what? I think that normal key was actually from my warm-up round, not this, so I'm kind of stupid. A trident? You can get tridents in trial chambers? That's not at all what I was expecting. Okay, there's a lot of spiders here. Okay. I'm putting my gapples back in my hotbar. And that's a skeleton jockey. Is it just me, or do those things spawn more often in the new updates? I mean, I don't think that one counts, but still, I feel like I've seen them more recently than I used to. In any case, this room's clear, so I'm gonna use my regular key I got. Fortune 3 again. And I didn't get any ominous keys from this room. That sucks. Wait, there's a breeze. Never mind, I did get a key from this room. Whoa, dude, there's beds down here. And a vault. I think I've been here before. Or not, because I can use the key. No heavy core. I'm gonna look for more vaults while I'm here. Found another one near the starting room. Man, bridging is so much easier now. Got a density book, but I have a villager for that, so that's useless. I think there was one in this breeze room. Yep, down here. Come on, give me something good. A crossbow. That's great. Was there anything near the spider spawners? Wait, there's something back here. Whoa, what is, there's a chest. A diamond, iron block, and cake? That was neat. Didn't know that was there. Anyways, give me the heavy core. Nope, I got a chest plate. I didn't see any more vaults in that trial chamber, so I'm gonna see if the one from my original chamber reset. Come on. Move, candle. No. Darn it. Please don't spawn more skeletons. Of course, it spawned more skeletons. Where are my gapples, dude? Oh, wait, they're in a shulker box. Oh, hello. Hi. Can we not do that? Thanks. All right, give me these, and now I can fight skeletons without dying. If I did not have full prop 4 diamond, I would be dead already. There are so many skeletons. I think I cleared it out. Yep, I got another key. The vault still won't open, though. And there's more skeletons. Got another regen potion. Gonna drink that now. Heading to a third trial chamber now. I'm running out of potions, though, so I'm a bit nervous. Looks like another maze room. Oh, I can just dig through the walls. That's easy. Honestly, at this point, I'm more focused on finding vaults than getting more keys. Found a vault. Good. It just gave me emeralds. I am gonna grab this cake while I'm here. Oh man, I'm running low on potions. Looks like there's another one of those water rooms, so there should be another vault. Yeah, I see it in there. There it is. I got it. I got the heavy core. This is my first time ever getting one. I'm actually really excited about this. And I'm in Skyblock. I'm in Skyblock, and this is my first time getting this. Back at base, I crafted the mace. Yes, that was on purpose. And thanks to one of my villagers, I enchanted it with density 5. Not to mention the trident I found, which now has Riptide 3 since I had gotten a Riptide book in one of the ancient cities. With the mace and trident now in my possession, I have 3 out of the 5 rare items I wanted to collect in this video. I wanted the dragon egg, but it kind of fell in the void. But the last item isn't just about itself, it's about the effect. I want permanent regeneration on my Skyblock island, otherwise I can't really say I conquered ultra hardcore Skyblock. But to do that, I need a tier 4 beacon. And the beacon itself. So I'm off to the nether once more on the hunt for wither skeletons. I collected the soul sand earlier from a bastion, so once I get the skulls, the beacon is as good as mine. That's skull number 1. Gonna fly to another fortress and see if that helps at all. Skeleton? Really? Gonna have to kill this thing. Or not. Looks like everyone hates skeletons. There's number 2. Come on, give me the last one. Oh my gosh, it actually did. I've got 3 skulls and I am out of here. Got the soul sand, got my 3 skulls, and now it's time to kill a wither. What better place to do that than the end? See, I can easily bridge down, build a platform, place the obsidian, spawn the wither, and... Okay, I'm sorry, but were you really expecting me to fight this thing? Look, I got my nether star, and now back in my island... Oh, dude. My house. My animals. No, my sheep and pigs. Uh-oh, the mob farm's open. Oh no. Crying obsidian, whatever. We're good there. My house is fine. Oh, even this got broken? How did it break up there? Oh no. Please tell me this is all it did. Okay, the villagers seem fine. Nothing else seems broken. The hole is now patched up. Gonna fence these guys back in. I had like the perfect amount of blocks for that. Wait, that means I lost all that dirt. Gosh darn it. Well, on the bright side, I can make a beacon now. Luckily, I can trade for glass, so no need to use any sand. You know what? I'm already fixing up my island. I might as well put real windows in these houses. There, real windows. Now I can craft a beacon. How many blocks do I have? Not that many. This will have to do for now. Okay, so maybe I don't have enough blocks for the beacon. That gives me time to build something new on my island. Something I've wanted to build since the beginning of the video, and that is a museum. I've collected all these rare items and collected many different blocks, and I want to showcase them all in one build. This isn't going to be like a normal museum though. Instead, I'm creating a series of small islands using my stone, moss, and dirt, with each island higher up than the previous one. At the top of each island, I added in some foliage and small ponds to give them more life, making sure to include all of my crops and saplings I had gotten over the last 500 days. Sugarcane, cactus, saplings, wither rose, wheat, carrot, potato, beetroot, pumpkins, melons, and of course some of Minecraft's rarest items, including armor trims, my Riptide trident, enchanted golden apples, the trial keys, the dragon head, and of course the mace. Oh, and speaking of armor trims, I had collected my fair share of them, so not only did I apply them to my armor, but also to my elytra, thanks to a mod I have installed called elytra trims. I used the same mod in my hardcore series as well, and come on, I look cool. Sadly, I still didn't have enough iron to finish the beacon, so I built a 4th iron farm on my island, only to realize that in the time I spent building the farm and getting it set up, I had collected all the iron I needed to finish the beacon. Why am I like this? Gold and emeralds go on top of the iron, beacon on top, and there we go. I got the Beaconator achievement. And after over 500 days, I can permanently regenerate my health in ultra hardcore Skyblock. Look where I started. This is where I was 500 days ago. And this is where I am now, with a whole bunch of houses, villagers, farms, and not to mention the nether portal that took almost 400 days to build. I love that I can jump between the islands with the wind charges. It's so cool knowing that all of this started with just a few dirt blocks and a tree. Isn't there an achievement for the mace? Yes, there is. Wait, no, that was my last pig. Okay, I removed the water in one of my iron farms, and there is an iron golem down there. Can I kill the golem in one hit with the mace? I might die from this. Yeah, you know I'm gonna try this on the warden now, right? I mean, how could I not when the ancient city is literally right there? Let's just turn this into a small platform, put a shrieker on it, and there's no darkness effect. It's not gonna spawn a warden because I moved it. I wish I had known that before building this tower. Okay, let's try this one. Do you work? Yep, I'm getting a darkness effect, so it'll spawn a warden if I keep setting it off like this. Warden, you gonna spawn? Oh, yep, there it is. Time to fly up to my tower. And here we are. The warden's down there. Everything's set up. I'll launch myself up with a wind charge in 3, 2, 1. Good bounce. Come on. Well, that didn't work.